Another ruling from the Supreme Court, the Chevron ruling in a 6-3 decision. By the way, all of these cases came down at the end of the term. So that's why we got all of these cases like back to back to back, because the term is ending or it has ended. So in a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court overturned a 1984 ruling, Chevron versus Natural Resources Defense Council, which outlines guidelines on how federal agencies protect the environment, workers, consumers, and more. So basically, they overturned this ruling, which essentially makes it easier for regulations to be challenged now. Regulations having to do with environmental protections, worker protections, consumer protections, etc. So basically now, when all of those big, oil companies want to dump oil in the rivers and the oceans and the seas, and they want to pump toxic chemicals into the air and fill our food with toxic chemicals, the Supreme Court, in a 6-3 decision along ideological lines, has given them the A-OK. They've made it easier for them to do that. For all the CEOs that want to exploit their employees, and want to screw their employees, the Supreme Court just made that easier for them. For all of the corporations that want to exploit their consumers, the Supreme Court just made that easier for y'all. Under his eye. Guys, again, this is the conservative dream. They want to live in a cesspool where our skies are black, full of dirt and soot. They want to go back to 1800s London, governor, where they could have little children doing, throwing little children in chimneys, having them work at workhouses and factories for 12 hours a day, breathing in toxic chemicals. They want, this is the world they want. 6-3, conservatives all voted for this so that all of their freaking rich ass cronies can make more and more and more and more money, and we get screwed. They destroy our environment, they destroy the workers, and they destroy the consumers. And we're just supposed to be happy and keep showing up. That's the conservative vision for this country. And the last ruling that I wanted to discuss, there were others as well, but the last one that I wanted to discuss, in a 6-3 decision, again, ideological lines, the Supreme Court overturned a Trump administration ban on bump stocks after a gunman killed 58 people at a Las Vegas concert in 2017. They overturned the ban that Trump put into place. They overturned that ban. So now bump stocks are legal again. And remember, bump stocks are basically devices that turn semi-automatic weapons into almost machine guns. And the Supreme Court, conservatives on the Supreme Court said, yeah, that's what we need in this country. We need to make sure that people can turn their assault weapons into machine guns. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. That's what we want. That's the conservative vision. The conservative vision is like 1800s, 1700s London. That's what they want. They want to live in a world where people are dumping their shit out the window, breathing in toxic chemicals, working 14, 18-hour days, getting paid half a penny a day, where they can sell products to consumers full of toxins, where they can throw you in jail for being homeless. You know, that's how they used to do back in the day in England. That's what a workhouse is. A workhouse is where you go when you can't afford to support yourself. So now you go to work. You don't have a home? Well, then you go to work. That's what a workhouse is. Look them up from you know, what do you call it? I forgot them times. Them times back in London, back in England. And they want a world where everybody is terrified and scared, because we know that people out there have access to freaking bump stocks. It's easy to control a scared populace. It's very easy to control a scared populace. And as usual, conservatives don't see the big picture, and they really think that all of this stuff is only going to affect other people who they don't care about, and they never see how down the line it's going to come landing on your heads. That's why now conservative women in conservative states are freaking out now that abortion and IVF are being attacked. See, they didn't think they were going to come for you. Y'all were like, oh, well, you know, that's for those other people, not us. Now look, now y'all are going crazy, losing it, because y'all thought it was just going to be abortion. Now they coming for your IVF and your contraception. Girl,